Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Platinum Collection bundle of September 2023 to help you in picking your 7 games. By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support would mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Arto, a captivating action-adventure game that brings a fresh twist to the concept of restoring color to a monochrome world. While the idea isn't entirely new in gaming, Arto infuses it with top-down action brawler style and intricate environmental puzzles, resulting in an enjoyable gaming experience. In Arto, you find yourself in a desaturated world, defenseless and devoid of color. However, your journey takes a colorful turn when you stumble upon a paintbrush that becomes your weapon, and you encounter a godlike being represented by a disembodied hand. This divine entity reveals that you are the prophesied apostle entrusted with the task of rekindling color and harmony in this world by freeing other divinities and uniting their powers. The game's visual presentation is a sheer delight, with each biome boasting a unique visual style, from Japanese watercolors to vibrant cyberpunk neons. This visual diversity keeps the progression engaging, even though the core gameplay mainly involves arena battles with your trusty brush. While there are alternative weapon forms, they don't drastically alter the gameplay dynamics. Arto offers hidden areas with intricate puzzles, encouraging exploration and rewarding you with mysterious stones covered in runes. These runes, when translated by an NPC, offer additional depth to the game's lore, enhancing your overall experience. Combat and boss fights stand out as highlights in Arto. The challenging combat mechanics combined with replenishable healing and strategic elements keep you engaged throughout. However, the upgrade system could use better explanation, and some performance issues were noted, including framerate stutters. In conclusion, Arto excels in blending striking visuals with enjoyable action-adventure gameplay. If you appreciate aesthetics, this game offers a unique take on the genre. While it has its minor issues, the captivating world of Arto makes it a worthwhile gaming experience. At number 2 we have Soulstice, an action-focused 3D beat-em-up game that delivers Devil May Cry style gameplay in a dark fantasy setting. The game features combo-heavy combat and a captivating story. Set in a macabre world overrun by undead creatures, mutants, and revenants, Soulstice follows the story of two conjoined sisters, Briar and Lute, who are supernaturally powerful warriors created to counter the Wraith threat. Players must infiltrate the holy kingdom of Cades, eliminate the source of the incursion, and save the realm. The gameplay in Soulstice draws inspiration from games like DMC, Devil May Cry, and Darksiders. Players engage in combo-centric combat, switching between various weapons and executing special attacks. The game also introduces the field system, where Briar's melee attacks have no effect on certain enemies until Lute summons a magic paling that exposes them. Lute also serves as a support character, providing auto attacks and specific abilities during fights. However, Soulstice faces some challenges. While it has strong combat fundamentals and a dynamic support character system, Soulstice suffers from imprecise targeting, a complicated barrier system, and some lackluster animations and effects. The auto-targeting system is imprecise, requiring manual adjustments to point Briar to its targets. The barrier system adds complexity to combat and limits offensive capabilities. The game also suffers from occasional targeting confusion in crowded encounters. Despite these flaws, Soulstice's engrossing action and dark atmosphere make it a worthwhile experience for fans of the genre. At number 3 we have Tiny Rogues, a hidden gem in the indie gaming world, offering an incredibly satisfying experience. If you're a fan of titles like Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon, this game is a must-try. It draws inspiration from Hades and Vampire Survivors, while incorporating an interchangeable class system reminiscent of Dark Souls, resulting in a captivating blend of gameplay elements. The roguelite formula is at the heart of Tiny Rogues. Clear rooms, dodge projectiles in intense bullet hell scenarios, murder formidable bosses, and collect precious loot. What sets it apart is the freedom it provides in experimenting with a character build. Whether you opt for a bow with magical enchantments or a sword infused with a potion, the game's well-thought-out system lets you tailor your playstyle as you progress. Boss fights in Tiny Rogues offer unique and increasingly challenging encounters as you advance through the game. Each boss presents a different set of combat mechanics, balancing the satisfaction of overcoming early challenges with the chaos of late-game encounters that will put your skills to the test. For those worried about progression, Tiny Rogues includes meta progression. Even in defeat, you have the chance to upgrade your character and gear using souls earned by defeating bosses. Unlocking new classes and blessings add depth and replayability to your runs, catering to players who enjoy grinding for power. Tiny rogues may be small in size, but it delivers tremendous value and enjoyment. It's the kind of game that you can sink 20 to 30 hours into and wanting more. If you've enjoyed other indie hits like Vampire Survivors, Tiny Folks, or similar titles, Tiny Rogues deserves a spot on your playlist. And number 4 we have DeadPoly, an early access polygon zombie survival looter shooter showing tremendous potential. Developed by TFL Games, it immerses you in a world overrun by the undead, with one clear goal: survival. What sets DeadPoly apart is its adaptable gameplay. You can go solo, join friends in online co-op, or explore online server-based multiplayer, catering to various preferences. The game seamlessly blends survival, base construction, crafting, and combat, creating a well-rounded experience. Base building is crucial, allowing you to fortify structures and establish a secure refuge amid the chaos. Crafting offers an extensive range of items to improve your survival odds, while scavenging encourages exploration for loot. Unique semi-realistic gunplay adds depth, with firearms having distinct calibers and firing physical projectiles. Survival involves managing hunger and thirst, enhancing immersion. Features like fishing and vehicles enrich the gameplay. DeadPoly follows a day and night cycle, adding a layer of strategy. Proximity voice chat fosters immersive communication with fellow survivors. While it's in early access, DeadPoly has already delivered an enjoyable experience, especially for zombie survival fans. The developer actively engages with the community to shape its development, with ambitious plans for more content, crafting, maps, gun customization, and even a potential narrative-driven campaign. As an early access title, DeadPoly is a work in progress, but shows great promise. If you love open-world survival, crafting, and zombies, keep an eye on DeadPoly as it evolves during its early access journey. And number 5 we have Yes, Your Grace, a captivating choice-driven adventure where you step into the shoes of a king tasked with making life-altering decisions for your subjects. With its charming retro graphics, seamless like speech, and a compelling soundtrack, it offers a unique experience. The writing for the most part shines, immersing you in the complexities of ruling a kingdom. You start by managing court matters, hearing the pleas of lords and peasants, and deciding how to allocate your limited resources. The game excels in presenting moral dilemmas. Choosing between permitting a harmful drug sale or stamping it out has lasting consequences, demonstrating the weight of your choices. Your family plays a crucial role, adding depth to your narrative. Yet, a pivotal decision about your daughter's fate feels predetermined, affecting the sense of agency. While Yes, Your Grace claims that supplicants may deceive you, it's often clear when they do. However, some decisions result in unexpected betrayals, making you feel genuinely invested. Major battles are engaging, and your preparations affect the outcome. The story has twists and turns, though some are predictable. What truly shines are the small details, like character animations. Despite limited control, the game's strong emotional engagement sets it apart. Yes, Your Grace presents a kingdom worth saving, making it a compelling choice for fans of choice-driven adventures. Dive into this kingdom and discover the joys and sorrows of royal rule. And number 6 we have Dusk Diver, an action-adventure RPG that follows standard tropes but executes them well. As a high school student named Yumo, you are transported to a dimension filled with phantoms and must use your inner power to defeat them. The story serves as a fun backdrop for combat rather than providing deep character growth. The combat mechanics stand out, offering a seamless and well-balanced experience. With light and heavy attacks, summons, dodging, and super attacks, players have control and can string attacks together with ease. The combat feels challenging yet fair, making it exciting and enjoyable. The game also features a straightforward leveling system, allowing players to distribute their skill points to enhance Yumo and summons. Visually, the game looks good with pleasing colors and designs, although it lacks distinctiveness. The audio elements, including voice acting and music, are solid and contribute to the overall experience. In terms of replayability, players can collect items, unlock costumes, and aim for higher scores. However, there isn't a strong incentive to play through the game again. While the game could have delved deeper into its story and offered more varied missions, it succeeds in delivering satisfying combat and testing players' skills. GFI Games prioritizes substantial gameplay over flashy features, resulting in a smooth and enjoyable experience for those seeking engaging combat mechanics. And number 7 we have Children of Morta, an action RPG with roguelike elements. In this game, you step into the shoes of the Bergson family, a diverse group of warriors, mages, and inventors, united against the encroaching corruption threatening their homeland. This dungeon-crawling adventure isn't just about vanquishing foes and leveling up. It's a captivating exploration of family bonds and what they mean in the face of adversity. The game combines satisfying combat mechanics with heartfelt storytelling, creating an immersive experience. As you journey through dungeons, murdering hordes of enemies, you'll grow attached to the Bergson family through cutscenes and interactions. Each character has their own unique abilities, and swapping between them is necessary to prevent corruption fatigue, adding depth to the gameplay. While the combat isn't overly complex, it's immensely enjoyable thanks to fluid animations and strategic possibilities as you level up. Dungeon exploration keeps things fresh with procedurally generated levels, though occasionally complex pathways to the exit can be frustrating. The family-focused narrative, beautiful pixel art, and charming animations make the Bergsons endearing. You'll invest emotionally in their journey, making the grind-heavy gameplay worthwhile. The game encourages you to experiment with different characters and strategies, making you a better player and offering a sense of achievement. Despite occasional grind fatigue, Children of Morta remains engaging, with a diverse array of buffs, subquests, and narrative elements to discover. Playing in co-op is an option, but solo play better emphasizes the game's storytelling and mechanics. Overall, Children of Morta excels in blending compelling characters with satisfying gameplay, creating a memorable adventure that's well worth experiencing. At number 8 we have Mind Scanners, a retro-futuristic psychiatry simulation. In this game, you step into the unsettling dystopia world of The Structure, a totalitarian regime obsessed with mental conformity. As a mind scanner, your grim duty is to probe the minds of those deemed mentally divergent, robbing them of their individuality and transforming them into obedient drones. Your motivation? The Structure has your daughter captive, and the only path to release her is to climb the ranks of the mind scanners. However, can you truly trust this oppressive regime that values homogeneity above all else? Your journey begins with mind scans, where you use trippy digital Rorschach tests to diagnose individuals. You decide whether they are sane or insane, based on your interpretations, a process devoid of nuance but reflecting the Structure's ruthless approach to mental health. The game delves into the heart of this dark narrative with a series of eerie minigame-style procedures that extract and erase undesirable traits from the subject's mind. While these procedures initially captivate with their unique designs, the novelty eventually fades as repetition sets in. However, where Mind Scanners truly shines is in its storytelling. You navigate through days filled with choices, torn between allegiance to the Structure and empathy for your patients. These decisions shape the narrative in intriguing and unexpected ways, often pushing you into moral quandaries. The game also incorporates strategic elements, as you must manage your time and finances to avoid being cast out of the city. The relentless timer adds tension, forcing you to weigh the ethical consequences of your actions against survival. Mind Scanners is an uncomfortable and bleak experience by design. It confronts you with tough moral dilemmas, all set against a backdrop of retro-futuristic visuals and engaging writing. This cyberpunk tale drags you into its grim world, continually challenging your moral compass and weaving a captivating narrative that surprises at every turn. At number 9 we have Sea Horizon, a captivating roguelike turn-based RPG set in the shattered archipelago of Mirahim. This adventure offers a rich blend of strategy and exploration, where your choices have profound impact on your fate. Navigating the hex grids of Mirahim, you unveil a world filled with both treasures and dangers. Each expedition begins with a hex grid map and an objective marker to guide you, with only adjacent tiles revealed, hiding potential rewards and threats. Survival hinges on managing hunger and health. Starvation drains your health with every step, adding a constant dilemma of pushing forward or playing it safe as you encounter base camps where you can buy food. Point of interest from treasure chests to enigmatic dungeons dot your journey. Most frequent are the skull-marked tiles, triggering turn-based battles where characters use cards representing unique skills. Dice rolls at each turn add an element of luck to your strategic choices. Boss battles offer formidable challenges, demanding level ups, gear, and tactical experimentation. Overcoming them can be time-consuming, but exceptionally rewarding. Sea Horizon features adventure, dungeon, and exploration modes, each offering distinct gameplay experiences. Adventure delves into the characters' stories. Dungeon emphasizes teamwork, and exploration expands the non-linear aspect. After each run, you're rewarded with gear to carry over and tokens to unlock character skins, enhancing replayability and strategy depth. While Sea Horizon doesn't redefine the genre, it excels as a card-based strategy game. With balanced gameplay, an abundance of skills and gear, diverse modes, and substantial replay value, it offers both challenge and adventure. Despite some difficulty spikes, this journey through Mirihin's fractured landscapes proves thoroughly enjoyable. And number 10 we have Golden Light, a very weird FPS horror game. You play an alcoholic writer and you have a girlfriend named She, and she has been kidnapped by a hand that came out of the ground. Now you must jump into this hole in the ground called the Gut to collect pieces of her meat and save her. Yeah, this game's weird, but it does also sound like the plot of Resident Evil Village. When you're in the hole, you must abide by the most important rule: nothing makes sense. Items around you could be a monster, traps are littered around the floor without clear indications that they are traps, and even the consumables are out for experimentation. You won't know what items you pick up will do until you use them. This confusion is also what makes this game so interesting to play through, because you're always guessing as to what is coming next. Will a computer screen suddenly turn into a grotesque monster and start chasing you, or is it just another computer screen? The goal is less confusing, as the core gameplay is straightforward in each level. Explore each floor of the Gut, locate keys, and unlock the next floor with said keys until you recover She's missing body parts. Picking up the last key needed to unlock the elevator will sometimes create a frenzy in the entire level. Bosses are also present in this game, but they can feel like damage sponges. They're also massive in size, so massive that they simply graphically clip into you as they attack. You don't need to actually fight them though. All you have to do is stay alive, grab the keys, and get to the elevator. In the Eternal Field, you can find characters, bonuses, and new biomes, if you take the time to explore it. Just be careful of those dreadful mushroom people. This game will have you second guessing yourself throughout your time with it, and with the lack of information to chew on, it creates a very unsettling yet intriguing experience. And that's all for this bundle. This month's Platinum Collection is decent, except for the fact that there are quite a few repeated games from previous Fanatical and Humble bundles, so you may have some of these games already. In any case, kindly show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to connecting with you in the upcoming video.